Greetings all my knights and padawans. We are back for another Eternal Journey video, and I'm Jedi, and we're going to be going over a few deck techs today covering the Peasant format, which is commons and uncommons only. And for this specific tournament, it is excluding the Conjuring cycle from Echoes of Eternity and the campaign cards, as we all feel that there's a handful of commons and uncommons in there that are broken. So to keep the format healthy, those are the restrictions. It is going on this Saturday, which is going to be June 6th. It's going to be a completely free to enter tournament. And so I'm making several deck techs to include a video in the description down below of 3 other decks that we covered. Today we're going to be covering 3 new decks. Starting off with, that's right, Mono Fire cheap. I guess every deck in this format is cheap, but cheap, low to the ground, aggressive deck that we're not worried about influence because we are just a single faction, and get underneath our opponent's strategies to include a total of 12 1-drops. That's right, this is a very aggressive strategy, kind of the go wide variant of Mono Fire. Let's go ahead and dive right into the actual cards, and then I'll have some gameplay following this. But pretty much, as you can see, we're running 14 or 12 1-drops because I want to make sure we're on the board nice and early. 2 Oni Ronin and Oni Patrol, pretty much standard in most Mono Fire decks. Oni Patrol being able to go from a 2-1 to a 3-2 with Onslaught, and then obviously Grenadin Drone being a 2 units for the price of 1. So effectively 2/2 worth of stats for 1 power, which will come into play later. Covetous Stranger just to draw additional cards if we need to. Impatient Pyromage, I absolutely love this card. It can get you a head on board for sure, giving you a little extra gas in the Mono Fire decks. Teething Whelp, not the most amazing 2-drop, but at the same time, if you're able to get in there and give it flying, the evasion can sometimes push through to make this thing a 5/5 flyer on its own. Burning Core Drake, I added this one just to give us some additional damage with evasion. The 1 health makes it really vulnerable to things, but the fact that it is getting in for 3 could potentially be a repetitive torch, so to speak. And then finally, our Curve Topper is going to be Sensari Dervish. This card is absolutely amazing. A 3/2 with charge is great, but the fact that if you have 5 power, you're able to play it, twist to essentially exhaust one of their blockers and get in for 4 damage is quite huge. Helps you reach. And then one last unit I want to talk about is Assembly Line. Just once again going wide again, giving us 3 1/1 Grenadins on 1 card. We're really not running much removal, honestly. All of our units are pretty replaceable, so we're really hoping to just go wide on our opponent, get around their strategy. So the only removal we're running is actually 4 torches, and it's because it is a 1 power removal spell to get out an early blocker so we can continue dealing damage, or if not, drawing it late to finish off our opponent going face. The one flexible slot here is the double pummel. 2 pummels, I think it's fine. Giving a unit +2/+2 and for 1 can allow one of your units to win combat and stay around to get in additional damage later. That being said, it does not have Overwhelm, so it is strictly just to keep your unit alive for the most part. The Scout does help us push power to the bottom and draw extra gas. The flip side to that is Rampage. For an additional 2nd power, you are getting 3 attack plus Overwhelm, which is going to be able to not only yeah, you might be losing your unit, but you are going to get rid of your opponent's unit and still get all that extra damage over. And then of course Rally being the payoff for the go wide strategy, getting 3, 4, 5 units on the board. When your opponent blocks 2 of them, then you use Rally to not only trade up on units but also kill your opponent. The power base, I am running slightly higher than usual depleted power in the form of Shuko Standard and Granite Coin, but in all honesty, Coin can do some work with the additional damage, excuse me, especially with so many 1-drops, but the biggest payoff is Standard. You really want that to just be a Shugo tactic, giving one of your units +4/+2 and Overwhelm until the end of the turn to get in that additional damage to kill your opponent. But alright, that's the Mono Fire deck. Let's head down and see how it does. That Durgan. Don't let that Durgan survive. We're going to redraw this for our 1-drop. Okay, this hand is practically all 1-drops. This is fine actually. We go Ronin and then into Patrol with a coin. I like it. I like it. Oh, look at that. We got more power. I like it. Always like the art, the picture. Sup? Yep, that is fine. Yeah, we still coin here. The extra damage, play this, send it back. I think I like that better because then we have access to like pummel and another 2-drop next turn. So, man, Nick is going ham on that combo. We got to get aggressive, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Let's get in there. Holy shnikes. I think we go here and here because this can make us a blocker for that 7/7. All right, we need rally. Come on, rally. Rally, rally, rally. Only problem with pummel, it is 1 power, and we get the scout, but we don't have the overwhelm, so we miss out on damage. So they're gonna have the torch for our 4/3. Means we get in for 7. We're still kind of winning this race, but not by much. I think a rally is the only way we're gonna do it. It's tight. It's tight. All right, Chastity. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate it. No choice. You got Nick. I don't trust you. Draw Seer. Oh, so kind of punished for not pummeling. I think I should have probably done that a little bit better, actually. So I should have done that a little bit better. What has he got? Are we dead? Yeah, so we should have done the math and probably pummeled because we'd have scouted. Oh my god. Okay. That was good. Board wipe us. No double damage. Alright, we got there. Whew. Alright, that was close. That was close, man. Mono Fire's got some action. Alright, Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this deck tech is going to be breaking down Elysian Dinosaurs. This is an interesting strategy working around pretty much the biggest payoff card is going to be Forging Sauropod. A 6/6 for, yes, 10, but it can be bonded, so you can use other dinosaurs to cheat this into play. Every time it attacks, it gives you a 3/3 dinosaur with Overwhelm, which is pseudo card advantage. To capitalize on this, we are running various large dinosaurs. So we have Snapping Brushstalker at 4, that's 5, so it essentially cuts Sauropod in half. And then we have Corrupted Behemoth and Sauropod, Twin Brood Sauropod as well, being able to allow us to play Forging Sauropod on turn 6 after we play these cards. To really capitalize on the attack trigger, we are running 7 killer effects in Predatory Instinct and Xenon Initiation to be able to play Sauropod and then give it killer to immediately attack with it, giving us a 3/3 overwhelm as well as taking out one of our opponent's units. The killer effect also combos very well with Sauropod, giving us essentially 2 if our opponent bounces it or something like that. And then Brushstalker is a great combo, as every time our opponent plays a spell, it will instead bring Brushstalker back into our hand, so we're going to be able to redeploy it with killer already on it to kill another unit. A couple of other things to consider in the dinosaur package. There is also the Carnivorous Omnivore, I believe, that has killer itself if you discard a card, and then every time opponent's unit dies, it gets a +1/+1, a very strong card. And then also Stiggy Moloch, Blurred Stiggy Moloch, which is the 7/6 that or 7/8, I don't remember now, 7/6 I think, that can essentially, it costs 8, but it can be discounted down to 3 should you have 7 power worth of attack on the board. 7 power worth of attack on the board. The issue with those 2 cards is that the Omnivore kind of stacks up here with Twin Brood and Behemoth being a good way to get additional damage later on, and having Overwhelm is quite powerful. and Sauropod just being a clean 2 for 1. The other thing with Stygimoloch is the fact that our early game doesn't really have a lot of power to it. So most times we're going to already have to play a dinosaur to get the Stygimoloch in play, though that is extremely powerful, especially with the Overwhelm. The cards I would consider replacing for those would be the Ancient Lore, which is essentially just a card draw engine and being able to pump our dinosaurs. Obviously hitting a Twin Brood Sauropod off of that is great because now you're going to get 2 6/5 dinosaurs. Permafrost just to have some clean removal. Anything that is a little too large for us to deal with, or just deadly or something like that. And then of course the early game we're going to be running Ageless Mentor, which is a good bump. It will buff all 4 of our dinosaurs, so that's going to be quite nice. Amber Acolyte to make sure we hit our consecutive power. Friendly Wisp is just there for additional card draw, as we have 1, 2, 3 targets that will pump it, and then of course anything off of Mentor or the Ancient Lore will be able to trigger it to draw 2 cards. And Devotee of Sands to ramp out our dinosaurs just a little bit earlier, and of course this one being a little more specific with the shift ability to hide it from removal to make sure they don't kill it on turn 2 or 3. The power base is pretty straightforward, but we are running additional Amber Monuments to give us some extra dinosaurs with Overwhelm, as well as 5/5 to discount the Sauropod. But yeah, overall it's a pretty fun deck. Obviously it is a little susceptible to removal, but I think the Brush Shocker with Killer gives you a little bit of resilience to that. But overall I think it's extremely enjoyable, and once you start turning on Sauropod, you just have an insurmountable advantage that way, especially with the dinosaurs either being chump blockers or more importantly having Overwhelm, so they are difficult to chump block. Alright guys, that's Elysian Dinosaurs. Alright guys, we are not keeping 1 power, so we are going to ship this one. Pretty standard really. I feel like the deck's giving me a lot of 1 power. On the play, this is almost keepable because we have the Acolyte to get our 3rd power, but don't necessarily think I want to risk this, even with the 2 draw. Well, I mean, we have a pretty clean curve. Alright, I'm going to risk it because we literally have 2, 3, 4, 5, which is about as good as we can ask for. So let's see if it we can pull it off or not. Alright, looks like we're going up against Relics. Could be the Rats deck, which is going to be a little bit of an issue for this deck, as we don't really have Overwhelm to push through. We're kind of planning on going bigger than our opponent, so it's going to be interesting. We'll see how it plays out, but sure enough, we got there, so these at least are lining up the way we want to. Let's see if it's going to be enough to get there. Definitely have some potential to kind of go off here if we get a little lucky with our draws. Alright, let's don't think we want to attack. We really want to draw the extra cards. Just want to play off of our opponent not taking. Ooh, okay. Alright, not bad, not a bad draw. Well, we'll send it back. Yeah, they have a fastball here, so they're gonna draw. Okay, fair enough. I think that's fine. 1 damage isn't really too important, and I think drawing 2 extra cards is a little bit better. Alright, well, sadly, so much for that idea. You got a little bit of value there. Fair enough, but that's not horrible for us. Let's go ahead and drop big pop-up pump here. And I think now we can go ahead and swing. They're just going to take the 2. I can imagine them trading here. Might as well get them damaged. They're just going to ping it. Next turn, we get to drop our Sauropod and be able to attack. So that's great. It's actually really great for us. I think we honestly want to take out the... Interesting. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, you can almost kind of do it. I mean, plays a spell though. It's the only problem. I think we do just want to go here. This is the combo. This is what we came to do. Might as well do it. Go here and let's take this out. Put our opponent under a decent amount of pressure, I feel like. We have access to a couple of things. Okay, Courtier, that's a little scary. They're going to be able to make sure they hit all their power. I think we're still going to be in pretty decent shape, honestly. We'll go ahead and take that. No reason not, or no reason to. Oh, excellent, excellent. Yeah, I think this is looking mighty good for us, actually. Let's go ahead and dive into the red zone. No reason to hold back, honestly. Alright, chump block there. They're going to go ahead and take some decent damage. We'll go ahead and let's just get this off the board. Or not off the board, but I think that's fine here. We have chump blockers, but I'd rather just keep pressing our advantage. Luckily, these dinosaurs have Overwhelm, which also means that the rats... well, never mind. Disregard. Oh, again, fair. Fair. Some serious value going on there. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do the combo. Go ahead and play Brush Stalker. Give it the plus. Kill this guy. And then we could just A-space again. I think that seems pretty good. Just put a ridiculous amount of pressure on our opponent. Now you're getting to see it. Like, granted, this is probably the best case scenario for the deck. The only other thing would have been, instead of drawing 2 cards, playing Mentor to pump, but pretty much hit everything we wanted to do here. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and try to protect the Shard Binder, that being a very good source of card advantage for them, essentially. Or, granted, it's 7 power. I don't think they really can matter. I'm trying to think if this deck would have some kind of board wipe. This deck could potentially have the Reverberating Strike plus Touch of Battle combo in it. It's in the colors for it, so that could be. Alright, Lobotomy is going to take out our Corrupted, and now we're seeing it. It is a spell, which is going to bounce our Brush Stalker, which means we get to kill or something else again. That's putting us in a very good position. Let's see. I think we just go ahead, play Killer. There's a good chance that they have the... Let's do this first. Yeah, they have the Aspect. That's actually fine. Smart on them to go draw a Relic, because if they tried to bounce it, would have just gone to our hand. We don't necessarily care about that. Could do this to get in damage. Yeah, let's do this. This is going to force the blocks from them. So, hit A-space again. And all our little dinosaur raptors are just doing a ton of work here. They're still going to take 8. I don't think there's really any good blocks for them. And yeah, we managed to get through getting our Sauropod down on the board, and just the card advantage from that is just a little too much. Alright guys, that's the deck. Let's move on to the next one. Welcome back everyone for another deck tech video. This time we're going to be talking about Menace Scream. That's right. So this is using a time-long fantastic card that a lot of people have been using for a very long time. It's been in and out of the spotlight, and this is Haunting Scream. For 3 Feln, it is a slow spell. Play a unit with cost 5 or less from your void. It gets charge and flying, sacrifice it at the end of the turn. The interesting thing about this is the fact that it does give the unit charge and flying permanently. So if you are able to bring it back with things like Immortalize and Dark Return, the unit will have charge and flying built into it automatically. So the cards we're looking to get back are Gorgon Fanatic, which allows us to draw 3 cards and gain 3 life every time it hits or infiltrates, i.e. hitting the player's face. And then Fear Tracker just being a phenomenal card advantage engine. Or I should say pseudo card advantage, because of the fact that it drains for 3, so it deals 3 and you gain 3 life, as well as being a very realistic body. And Corrupted, so when it dies you are able to get an 0/4 shade that deals the similar amount of damage if you shift it, or I'm sorry, corrupt it for 4. A couple of things in the deck. We are running Grenadin Drone and Gust Rider to allow us to sift through our deck a little faster than usual, and Kindling Carbon to take advantage of those smaller units. We have Combust as our removal, as well as Defile, because of the fact that we do have Dark Return, Immortalize, and Haunting Scream, so we can steal our opponent's lower cost units and then deploy them from ourselves for our advantage. Herald Song, another way to dig through the deck, and Wisdom of the Elders for card advantage. So really, once again, the premise of the deck is just to get something like Fear Tracker or Fanatic into the void, then bring it back with Haunting Scream, and permanently bring it back with Immortalize and Dark Return for additional card advantage. This deck is pretty resilient at the fact that you do, even if your opponent does have removal spells for your cards, you're able to bring it back. And obviously you saw with the form of Gust Rider, Kindling Carver, Herald Song, and Wisdom of the Elders to turn through our deck to get to those win cons. We are running 25 power plus 4 seek because once again the curve is pretty low. We are able to dig, and then of course an array of seats and banners to accommodate the tri-faction colors. Luckily, the only thing we really need, honestly, is double shadow. Everything else is only a 1 influence of. So the deck plays out, minus Wisdom of the Elders, I stand corrected. So believe it or not, deck actually plays out quite well. You can sit happy at about somewhere between 5 to 6 power and pitch the rest to your void for additional card advantage. But that's the deck. It's a lot of fun when it goes off. You feel super overpowered, and then sometimes you're just kind of turning through your deck. But it is a lot of fun. I do enjoy it, and you can feel like you're doing something broken when it goes off. But that'll do it for Menace Scream. Alright guys, this hand feels a little slow to me. I guess it's serviceable. We'll see. You have Gust Rider, so we'll probably go turn 1 Carver, turn 2 Gust Rider, and see how it gets us there. One up against, oh, that worked out well. Worked out very well, actually. It's got a little bit quicker. We still are gonna have to go seat and banner. We'll go banner, seat, and we'll get to dig. So we get to dig a lot. Hopefully we get to chuck some things. All right, power is not bad. Let's go ahead and attack, and then we will go ahead and play film banner, and then we'll Gust Rider. Hopefully drawing some gas. Alright, that's one thing we can chuck. And another banner. Let's see, shadow. I think these kind of do the same thing. So let's keep our second fire. This is going to do the same thing as that. So we'll throw these 2 away. The next turn we can activate here if we want to. And we can film banner. Ooh, Stone Powder Alchemist. Alright. More power. Interesting. Interesting for sure. Let's, do we just draw or do we start drawing discarding? I think we do 3 this turn and then we could do this next turn. So let's just get in for 1 right now. And I'm just gonna do it now. Alright. Give us a little more stuff to fodder away. Next turn. Ooh. Good enough reason. Man, flooding out, you say. Flooding out. Let's go ahead and draw discard. So much power. Limitless power. Let's get our fire going. Draw discard again. Oh my gosh. Oh, so much. Come on. There we go. Oh, we didn't attack. Alright, it's fine. Sad face. Oh, it would have been fine if we could have used it. That's fine. We're gonna keep it just in case. Spell Ritual is going to take our draw engine. That makes sense. Could technically Dark Return. Scream as well to draw more. That's kind of funny. Not really the card or the target we wanted. Let's draw 2 more first and we'll take it from there. Alright, Defile is not bad. Defile is going to let us think. We just want to Defile here. I believe it won't go into their void anymore. Yeah, it goes in our deck. Excellent, excellent. We could take 2 here, so we're just gonna swing. There might be a good chance where we draw a discard here. We could scream. All right, never mind. Oh, that's a little dangerous. That's a little dangerous indeed. Carver. All right, let's Carver. Man, so much power. So much power. All right, there we go. Okay, immortalize. Not really what we want to be doing. Like nothing very good here. I think we just get more power out of our deck, though I'm surprised if there's any left at this point. We're gonna take 7 in the air. I think so. We just need one good target. We could scream it. We'll be all right. I don't think this is looking good for the home team. Oh my gosh. So much flood. Why? Why are we flooding so bad? I don't understand. Let's try to dig. Jeez. This is insane. Insane how much power we've drawn. Like, look at this, guys. Alright, that's gonna save us a little bit. So discard, discard. That comes into play, draws us a card. Okay, okay. We're not in bad shape now. We're not in bad shape. Just kill this. Maybe we can come back from this. Who knows? We'll play Carver. Send it back. This could block here. Then we could Defile. So we have some options here. No, that was unfortunate. Why did I get the plus? I swear that was a 2-3 a minute ago. Can we afford to take that? Guess we gotta do this at least. Keeps us alive. We could bring it back with Immortalize, so that's kind of good. Immortalize will let us draw a card because Destiny will trigger. There we go. Alright, that's a step in the right direction. Okay, okay. We have to file back up. So they probably have display if I'd had to take a stab at it. Berlin Duo. Block. Block. See what they do. Yeah, that happens. I wish it didn't, but okay. They put the weapon on. Oh, smart. Smart, smart, smart. We really have a choice. Oh, I guess I should have killed it beforehand. What are we looking at next? Immortalize. Alright, let's immortalize first, I guess, at this point. Get this guy back. I want to draw the extra card, is my reason behind it. Sack this to draw? Put the weapon on that to gain some life. Sack this, draw. Okay, that's something. Play the weapon here. Alright, I'm just gonna do this while they're tapped out. Okay. Let's see if we can get there. Okay. Yeah, we gotta take this. Can't afford not to. Not looking good for the home team though. Oh gosh, darn it. Oof. Oof. Let's see. Doesn't have deadly. We can Gust Rider. Oh, we can get this guy back and trigger that again. Think that might be the pick over Fear Tracker, honestly. I think so. We have to draw another card, so let's just do that. No need to immortalize. Where is it? Get this guy back, and then we could sack the draw if we need to. Oof. Okay, well, that's a decent draw, so let's just go ahead and get one more power of our deck. And we'll keep that in case we got to discard. So we're going to take 3 here. Yep. They play the dragon, we have the combust for it. Oh my gosh. So much power. So much power. We're not dead yet, but I can't believe how much power we drew. Wow, alright, that's pretty good. Alright. Alright, now I think we do immortalize our Fear Tracker. Honestly, I think we just need the life gain, something to block that. So would not be surprised if they have a removal spell for it. There's a fast spell. I think we're just stuck like Chuck. Oh, let's get the actual Fear Tracker. I mean, this guy does Warcry. Yeah, we just need the Fear Tracker. Play Fear Tracker, gain a life. So it's not a sack effect. Wonder what they have. Luckily this dot, I feel like it's the display. No, because they would just displayed end of turn to get 2 things back. Power, what's that fast spell? Oh my gosh, seriously deck? Alright, come on. We have multiple outs. Honestly, just give me a scream. Oh, it was display. Okay. So it was display. They get back dragon again. Alright. Alright, we'll take the 6 because we just don't win. Yep. Take the 6. That's awkward. That's so awkward. Super awkward. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's something. Alright. We need another removal spell. Nope. Nope. Discard. Discard. Draw 2. Oh my gosh. So much power. Oh, alright. I'm gonna leave this one in though. Like, we've definitely gone the distance. So you guys can see the overall resilience of this deck. Pretty much we just needed to get to use the Scream on a Fear Tracker or a Gorgon and then keep bringing that out. But yeah, overall, I think the resilience of the deck is there for sure. Yeah, this was such a drug out knuckle bones match. Sure, at least let's get this thing off. All right, That's all she wrote. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and roll with this one. I like it. So you guys can check out some of the depths of this deck. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys. Of course, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button. And of course, you can catch me streaming live every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, including this Saturday, June 6th, where we're going to be having the Peasant charity event. Definitely check it out. But thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, as always, happy gaming.